In this video, we're going to be taking a look at where you can log into your site and manage your pages and posts meta information. So your pages meta titles and meta descriptions used by Google and other search engines to scan your site and get a quick kind of snippet of what a particular page is about. That is the primary use of meta titles and meta descriptions, or to describe the different pages and posts of your website to the search engines. And so with that, depending on if your new website with BizCore had a content migration service or not, if it did, existing meta information that your previous site's pages and posts had would have been pulled over. If your site was brand new, and if you're not a active user of our SEO service, your meta information might just be pulling some default content from the page themselves. So we're going to go over a couple of those different scenarios, and we're also going to cover how to access your meta titles and meta descriptions to be able to modify them as you see fit. So once you're logged in, if you're at the dashboard, if you're working on blog post meta, you would click on posts. If you're working on your actual pages meta information, then you would click on pages. For me, I like to log in, and I'm just so used to accessing the front end of the page I'm trying to modify. And then once I'm logged in, I'll have the admin bar across the top that gives me an edit page. So you can access the page editor that way, or you can go to pages, and within the list of pages, find the one you're wanting to work on and just click edit that way. Either way works. It's more just kind of your preference and personal workflow. So I'm wanting to look at my home pages meta information. We use a plugin called Yoast SEO, pretty much just for meta information management. That way it puts on the back end of the page editor a simple tool to be able to manage your meta information. Most times you might find a category here that would be called Yoast SEO that you can open up, or you might find it on the right sidebar of the page. You might have to scroll to see it based on your screen size, but we're looking for Yoast SEO, and if it's closed, then you'll have a drop down arrow to just open it back up, and then from there you'll be able to see an SEO title, and we just by default insert variables if you previously didn't have meta information for us to pull over during a content migration, or if you're working with our SEO team, they would come in and optimize and create your custom meta titles and meta descriptions. You're able to do that as well. But if it was a brand new site or a new page, or your old site didn't have meta information for a particular page or post for us to pull, then we're going to insert a variable so that we at least get some meta title for that page. And that's just going to typically pull the title of the page, adds in a separator, and then your site title. So something like homepage BizCore luxury theme would be an example. And then you can do the same thing with meta descriptions. You can add in like a tagline, site title, separator. That's if you want to just do variables. Now these are going to pull from information that's going to be found on the actual page itself. You can override that with just manual text. You can type in your meta information however you would like it to be. And so you're just going to have a field for your meta title and a field for your meta description. And once that has been updated and added, you would just go ahead and update that page or that post. So just keep in mind that the location of the Yoast SEO meta information kind of manager tool might be found on the sidebar, and it might also be found somewhere inside the center of the page editor in a drop down, but it would still say Yoast SEO. So just kind of take a look through the page through scrolling if you don't see it right away. BizCore primarily just uses Yoast for that. If you're working with us on our SEO service, this is just the free version of the Yoast plugin. So we don't go through and optimize much through the Yoast plugin, as we just internally have more abilities than this free plugin gives us the ability to use. Yoast does have some pretty useful tools if you're working kind of on your own SEO and you don't have a professional company doing that like BizCore or maybe another vendor. For SEO services, you can upgrade that to the paid version for your particular site if you want and get some more access to their tools. But BizCore kind of handles all of that for our SEO clients internally. So we just use Yoast for an easy way to manage and optimize meta information.